Good afternoon. Good afternoon to everybody present here. Presenting to you a very special project to us, Glow Young Skin Clinic, which is located in Edapalli, Kochi. The interiors were done very minimal and elegant. Join us as I dwell into the interiors. As I enter into the interior space, we can see the reception area here, and very next to the reception area, there is a chief counselor consultation room. So, in the first discussion with the client, it was very clear that the client wanted something very minimal and very elegant. So, what we went that was also something that we also wanted to do, and this was the MD room, and here is the nurse station. Okay, so the inspiration behind this project was the skin brand by Kim Kardashian, especially her bottles, which was very subtle colors and also very soft shapes. So those were our inspiration in making this project. The harmonious color palette was also inspired by her bottles, which was all neutral colors. So we made sure that the colors that we used were very neutral, and it didn't clutter the space with a lot of colors. The lighting, when I talk about lighting, the space was already very perfectly naturally lighted, so that we only had to make sure that the functional lights and the accent lights were pretty. So what we had done was, in a selected number of areas, we made sure that the accent lights were different, so we customized them. So these were the few customized lights that we made for our client. Seamless flow and spatial layout. So it was a 3,000 square feet area. So what we did was, we divided the space into two priorities: primary priority and secondary priority. So in the primary priority, there are procedure rooms, consultation rooms, and stock room. The other secondary area, priority was for the staff members, of course. Materials. So we made sure that there was no much like many different types of materials. We used very few materials, but we made sure that those materials were high-end materials. Attention to detail. So we strongly believe that in an interior space, what highlights is the artifacts. So we made sure that we give the artifacts that are customized for them. So we customized sculptures, light works, and also artworks for them. So these are the few artworks that we had customized. Sculptures. So here you can see we took the inspiration from Skin Brand by Kim Kardashian and designed those spaces. In conclusion, I would like to say that we strongly believe that a collaboration between us and the client resulted in a very true masterpiece. So we are very happy to meet the client's expectation. Thank you. There is a short video I would like to present it. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we were just considering the fact that this should have been in commercial, smaller, as a category. So yeah, we can just give our feedback on what we're looking at. I think uh, as an architect, I think you're having a great sense of color and texture, which is coming through in the project really well. But in terms of the choice of material, even though it's more interior driven and like talking about, I think if you can speak more about the idea as to why you're doing something like that. It can still be colors, it can still be the material. Say if you look at the flooring, which creates a lot of reflection in this case. So why you chose something which is very...
So when we got the project, the flooring and all was already done. So all we had, so only basic walls and the flooring was done.
Okay.
The other spaces, like dividing into the spaces and all, making the rooms and all was our scope of work.
Okay.
So that was it.
And to execute, I'm not judging your age, but at this young age, a finished project like that, a product like that calls for a lot of
I'm on
focus.
behalf of ma'am, so
okay.
that's why.
So it's a senior firm, and then you are part of the...
Yes.
Okay. So that, and maybe my palette when it comes to these, I might not be able to comment more on a project like that. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So as a skin clinic, firstly, the spaces are quite interesting and subtle and kept to the minimum and neutral. But if I go to a skin clinic, eventually it's going to get filled up with posters and advertisements and selling of products. And how have you thought of that? Because clearly the pictures are definitely taken before that and before all that paraphernalia comes in. And I feel that when you think of a space like this, they have to be integrated within the design when you're thinking of it, because that's always a challenge. When you have a program like this, how will the second layer come in and how it gets integrated into the shell, which has to be maintained to this purity that you have thought about. So I did not find any of that getting integrated, which if I visit it now, I'm sure it's in. And that's the reason they wanted us to actually visit these projects before we kind of comment on them. But unfortunately, that was not possible. So how have you thought about those things?
This building, it was like it was in the first floor. Okay, so as we enter into it, before that there is a space where all the logos and signage and everything is there. So I guess they can use that space for the advertisement and all. Because
they can use it. It has to be designed
it
by
has
you,
to be.
the signage and the product definitely needs attention in a project like this. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Thank you.